For years, surviving a giant attack in these ruined cities meant following a strict set of fundamental ground rules. Scavengers relied on split-second distractions. A perfectly timed flash from an improvised mirror array buys you exactly 1 second of confusion, just enough time to target the creature's feet and bring its weight down to earth. Then, scouts found a footprint that didn't behave like the others. Standard giants simply compress the dirt and crack the asphalt. This footprint shattered the deep concrete foundation buried entirely beneath the road. The depth of that impact confirms humanity is no longer dealing with standard biology. The physical rules governing survival have abruptly shifted. A highly organized military-funded operation tracked this new threat months before the current survivors found its trail. They anchored heavy industrial chains across city streets and deployed massive, coordinated mirror arrays, attempting to execute established countermeasures on a much larger scale. The entity walked through the entire defensive line without breaking its stride. It left behind a trail of untouched, entirely useless weaponry. Human military doctrine failed because it relied on ground-level engagement. Traditional armies became irrelevant the moment this heavier, unyielding biology appeared. The entity responsible for that structural damage is classified as the Colossus, defined by an apex height of 1,000 meters. Unlike standard giants, attacking the ankles accomplishes nothing. The creature is heavily armored from street level all the way to its face. This chart shows the scale of the problem. If we place a human and a 50-meter giant next to the Colossus, the only viable unarmored target zone sits in a narrow band between 500 and 1,000 meters in the air. Firing upward from the street creates a hard limit. No portable human weapon carries enough retained kinetic energy to travel straight up, fight gravity for a full kilometer, and still penetrate flesh at the apex. Standing at the base of the creature while firing upward guarantees a 100% casualty rate for the humans on the ground. Against an opponent of this size, achieving extreme altitude is a rigid mathematical prerequisite to even entering combat. Height is only the first variable that breaks human survival models. The second is its stride length. Navigating through ruined concrete and collapsed infrastructure, a healthy survivor maintains a walking speed of about 5 kilometers per hour. This map visualizes the speed discrepancy. The slowly expanding circle in the center represents a human moving at 5 kilometers an hour, while the massive, rapidly expanding circle shows the Colossus casually walking at 50 kilometers an hour. This ratio makes a tactical retreat impossible. A human attempting to outrun the threat is instantly swallowed by the creature's massive radius of movement. Going on the offensive is equally futile. If a hunting party tries to track the entity from its last known footprint, its pace ensures that by the time humans reach the site, the creature is already crossing into the next country. The immense speed eliminates spatial tactics. Humanity cannot chase it, and they cannot outrun it. They can only wait for it to arrive. Facing those numbers, human survivors must abandon their basic ground-level combat instincts and seek out extreme, static elevation. This requires locating a structure that remains standing at over 1 kilometer tall and physically climbing the debris just to reach face-level parity with the threat. Moving to high altitude shifts the war from a mobile hunt into a static, high-stakes game of anticipation. The remaining humans are no longer soldiers maneuvering across a battlefield. They are prey, forced to build nests in the sky to artificially level the biological playing field. Before the military planners were wiped out, one left behind an 8-month-old diary detailing their final observations. The planner focused strictly on the biology of these new varieties of giants, rather than personal accounts. Throughout the final pages, amid the jagged tactical sketches, a single cryptic instruction is frantically repeated: the absolute necessity to utilize heat. Surviving the Colossus means completing 3 mathematical impossibilities. Scavengers must outscale a mountain, outcalculate a 50-kilometer-an-hour stride, and find the final lethal application of heat.